Hello, I'm Gary Sabatka. I'm president of USA Dance Charlotte Harbor. We're here honored today to be part of the Charlotte County Centennial Exposition. Before we enter, I'd like to tell you some of the facts that we learned about the Punta Gorda Women's Club. Judge William Fenimore Cooper donated the land for the club in the late 1800s. He was a merchant and a land developer. The architecture is Mediterranean Revival, and that was a very popular style both in Florida and in California at that time. Now let's go inside. The part of this building that dancers love the most is the beautiful wood floor. It's original to the building, which was built in 1925. The narrow floorboards were very common at that time, but they're no longer available. Dancers love wood floors because it's easy on the body when we dance. The building has a very interesting history. It housed the Fortnightly Women's Society, the Federated Women's Club, and my favorite, the Married Women's Social Club. These are the types of group that the flappers were rejecting. I have an explanation for that later. USO dances were also held here during World War II. There was an Army base out at the Punta Gorda Airport, and they trained young flyers. When we dance here, we feel the spirits of those young soldiers taking a break from the war. The Women's Club is on the National Register of Historical Places. Before I turn the program over to the flappers, I want to tell you a little bit about us. We're part of USA Dance. It's a nonprofit that provides professional ballroom dancing lessons at a very reasonable price. Every Wednesday, our instructor, Natalie Lemoyne, teaches basic ballroom line dancing, and intermediate classes in smooth and Latin. The classes change each month. We're extremely lucky to have Natalie as our instructor. She is also our entire advertising and publicity department. She and her husband moved here from France many years ago. They are professional dancers and have a studio in Paris, and they both have achieved many awards for their dance performances. We are on Facebook, Meetup, in the Florida Weekly, and the Chamber of Commerce newsletter. You must register in advance because we follow CDC guidelines and we are limited to the number of students that we can have in a class. Dancers, you may now enter and take your places. Our dancers are close together because in the 20s, the venues were very packed. In our classes, we social distance. The dancers will be performing the Charleston. It's the most famous of the 1920s dances. It's interesting to note that this was previously popular with the African American dance. Any dance you ever see or do has roots in another dance or culture, and dance is the universal language. I'd like to share a few more facts with you. After World War I, young women asserted their desires for independence. They rejected stereotypes of women as reserved and modest mothers. These women, known as flappers, smoked, drank, and danced wildly with men. Dance in that era was an extreme sport. It was in that period that dance marathons began. And in 1928, the record for the longest dance marathon was 182 hours. Now for the best part. Natalie, are you ready?
Say goodbye, that southern belle, Lord, has
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed doing it. Thank you so much.